Hello. Hi, Michelle from On the Cards. How are you? If nobody turns up, that's fine. I'll just do a little short one today. I hope you can hear me okay. If you can't, let me know. And if you want a message, let me know. I've just done my nails. Quite pleased with those. Usually they're such a mess, but they've actually turned out all right today. Quite a nice colour. Yeah, Michelle, if you would like a message, just let me know and I will take some cards for you. I do feel like you've got some questions around a relationship issue at the moment. I really ought to do these more often because there's absolutely nobody here. Yeah, interesting. Do you do these lives, Michelle, if you can hear me? On your channel? Because I know you do reviews and everything, but I don't know. Oh, look. That's a gorgeous card. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be anybody here this evening. Oh, okay. Is the person you're thinking about right for you? Let me see. Thank you for that question. Okay. Hi, Fury. Okay. So, well, that's how I feel, Michelle. Sorry, it's upside down. I need to, maybe if I turn my camera around, I wonder if that would help. I don't know if it would or not. Does that help? Maybe a little bit. Kind of, and then they're not upside down to you. Yeah, it's a little bit better, isn't it? So, technical problems. So your question, Michelle, is the person I'm thinking about right for me? Okay, so I feel that up a little. So I think that what I'm seeing there with you, Michelle, is that you are a very independent type of woman, and you are always going to maintain your independence. Even in a relationship, you have to be independent. You like to have your own money, and you have got your own money. This speaks very, this is speaking very, very highly of you as an individual. I think this is talking more about you and your state of mind. Excuse me, that you've been working hard on your inner self over the last few years, I feel, to kind of cleanse and change so that you attract a different relationship in the first place. And you've really created a wonderful kind of financial and emotional stability, because this is also about self-worth. So we have a stable sense of ourselves. So I feel you're in a good place. You're not needy at all. You're not in a place where you're like, oh God, I need somebody. Or anything like that. You're independent and you really know who you are. That's what I would say about you, Michelle. So let's have a look at the other person and see what we have to say about them. So I'm just going to shuffle cards today until things jump out. Fury, if you would like a message, do let me know. Ooh, so Michelle, let's have a look. So I would say that's really positive, actually, in terms of the person that you're thinking about. This is somebody who is, I feel like he's quite, I do get a feeling about him, he's very attractive and he's kind of got himself together. Although I feel he can be a bit of a rogue sometimes. This is somebody who's quite dynamic. I feel quite entrepreneurial, because you're combining that Ace of Battens energy, as you know. Obviously, you don't need to explain the card meanings to you, with this kind of business sort of acumen, this astuteness and this business sense. I would also, just looking energetically at the card, that sometimes you get a sense that you're seeing a version of himself. You're not getting to see everything. There's definitely a feeling of he's keeping a little bit back. He's keeping a little bit of himself behind closed doors, and he wants to show you the best version of himself. So I feel like this is quite early stages with this guy. And I've got cards jumping out all over the place. I feel with you, Michelle, just looking at this, that you've perhaps had a bad relationship in the past. So I think there was a little bit of caution with both of you. But I don't see any issues with him. And I do feel that he is certainly very attracted to you. And I think that it would be wise for you to trust your gut and take a chance. That's what I'm getting with this. So there we are. That's a lovely, lovely set of cards that have jumped out for you there, Michelle. You've got the Queen of Wands, which is obviously representing you. And then you've got your King of Wands. So you've got the two there. So I think, yes, it's a good match. I'm not sure if it's like a soulmate connection. I wouldn't say necessarily that. I don't know how much longevity there is. What I am seeing with this Page of Pentacles, this is very much a learning experience. If you're still there, Michelle, this is a learning experience. Is this somebody that you work with or you're involved with through work or some kind of studies? Is it someone you know? I think that you might have some concerns around that. You know, just obviously kind of not mixing business and pleasure a little bit too much. I can see that you've kind of got some concerns about that. And it's almost like you're taking a risk, I feel. But I think as long as you don't have your expectations too high, and initially, no offense intended, but initially this is about sex. it's about like having, you know, a really good time and just kind of, you know, getting to know each other really. So I think, yes, I would definitely say that this is a good match for you, but make sure that you put yourself first and you maintain your independence. That's what I would say for you. Okay, Fury, do you want a reading? Let me see if I can. Hi, Jakari. Let me know if you have a question. If you're still there, Fury, let me know if you've got a question and I will. You're very welcome. Yes, Jakari, you can ask a question, no problem. On another note, Michelle, just before we move on, there's this other king that's just jumped out for you. So if for any reason you decide not to pursue this person that you already know, I do feel that there is another relationship opportunity coming up for you in the future. But this is not, I do feel this is not somebody you know at the moment. This is someone that's going to come into your life. So just always remember that, you know, you've got options. And you're very welcome. Jakari and Fury. I wanted to ask you about Wu. I'm Sarah. His feelings for me. Okay, let me have a look for you. Jakari, you need to put your question in, type your question in the chat so I can see what it is you want to ask. You're very welcome, Michelle. No problem. Okay, you'd like to know his feelings for you. Right. So this is for you, Sarah. So you are coming up as a very practical, dynamic and together person who's good with money. You're good with, you know, you're showing up as the Queen of Wands. Sorry, the Queen of Pentacles even. And then you've got the Seven of Wands. So I feel like you're somebody who's really got their life together. And I think he admires that. In some ways, I think he might feel a bit threatened almost by how successful you are. Oh, Jakari, thank you for your question. Yeah, I maybe get the feeling that he's, you know, how sometimes men can be a bit threatened if they feel like there's a woman who's more, I don't know, successful than them or whatever. But other than that, I think he's really, he's got a very high opinion of you. I would certainly, this is how he perceives you. So he's got a very high opinion of you, that you're this very successful, practical person. I do also feel that you are somebody who has studied hard, or you are studying, and you've got a very good mind. I think he admires that. let me see what else we have to say about him. How does he feel about you? So I feel that he he's very attracted to you, and he's interested not just in your body, but also your intellect. And I think that he's very interested in you on a real kind of long term. Oh, I've got cards jumping out all over the place. Yeah, so I feel that he fantasizes about you for sure. And I think he fantasizes about kind of being a knight in shining armor. What I do get about him, Sarah, is that I think my main thing is that he feels either insecure or slightly threatened, and that he wonders whether or not he would be good enough for you. That's all. That's all I get about him. Maybe there are things in his past or things that he doesn't want you to know about. I don't get anything really bad, but you know, it's like he feels, or I'm not sure if yeah, it's a new relationship. We do speak about long term. I'm in school. Okay. Yes, I think that will work out really well. And yeah, he wants to protect you. He finds you to be very attractive. You're kind of his fantasy girl, if you like. And he really wants to be a better person, because I just get a feeling like he's not sure if he's good enough for you. That's what I would say. But you are going places, Sarah. I think you're going to do really well. Look at this. I mean, this is just fantastic. You know, this is you passing your exams, getting you're studying the right thing, you're on the right track, and there you've got your goals that you're aiming towards, that you're going to achieve. So that's lovely. Right, I hope that helps you, and thank you for having a reading. And I would also say for you that, yeah, I mean, you know what, I think in some ways, and I don't mean this in the wrong way, but he kind of almost sees you as like a bit of a trophy girlfriend. You know, I see this as like almost like he's got this nice car and he wants to have you on his arm. So yeah, I think he does want somebody who's a trophy girlfriend, but at the same time, he deep down, I think he actually wants you for his intellect, for your intellect and your groundedness, because you're actually quite grounded. I think in many ways you're more grounded than he is. Okay, so Jakari, let me see. Will I get a new job soon? I had to get my other job because I started school. Okay, let me have a quick look. Let me know if you're still there, Jakari. And thanks, Fiore, for having a reading. Jakari, let me see. Will I get a new job soon? Got another job because I'm starting school. Right. So yeah, I mean, it seems to me, Jakari, that you are going through quite a lot of big changes. Everything, to me, this looks like everything's kind of up in the air at the moment, and you feel a bit kind of, I don't know, disorganized is what I'm feeling with this. That you're very much in a kind of an in-between phase. And I feel that you need to actually settle down into starting school before you start looking for the new job, just to kind of get yourself, you know, turn these cards the right way up and get yourself a bit more settled. Because I feel I just feel like you've got a real drain on your energy at the moment, Jakari, and you need to actually conserve your energy. In other words, not spread yourself too thin and be trying to do this, that, and the other. It's like you need to get into school, get settled in, get organized, get you know, all those things like getting your daily routine, it changes, doesn't it? So you have to work that out. At the moment, it just feels like everything's kind of up in the air and you're a bit all over the place and your energy is very depleted because you've got so much going on. This is a wonderful new beginning for you, the study, whatever it is you're doing. This is going to be really, really good for you. So at the moment you can't see the results, but I promise you the results will be really fantastic. And I do think that eventually, Jakari, I do think you're going to be running your own business out of this. Now, I don't know if it's to do with beauty or something to do with kind of healthcare or looking after people, well-being, something like that, something quite feminine, quite female, something very orientated around people actually. But I do feel that you will end up having your own successful business, and it will work out really well for you. Let's have a look. If you've got any other questions, you just have to let me know. Jakari, just let me know. So let me see. I do also see that you are a real sweetheart. You are a person who expresses a lot of loyalty in your relationships, and you have a very caring, loving heart. So this Page of Cups is kind of representing you for me a little bit at the moment, and you've got this lovely balance between being practical and grounded and, you know, orientated around money, and then this kind of other side to you is very caring and quite sensitive. And I do feel like you're a very fun person as well. I just feel like if you know, if you are around, everyone's kind of just feels happy, and that you're a really fun person. With the feminine energy, is any physical towards me, or that I will meet? Yes, possibly this is a new person coming towards you. I do feel that you can be quite shy sometimes, or previously you've perhaps been in relationships where you felt you either couldn't trust the person, or you kind of, from your childhood, maybe you kind of, if you ever tried to say how you felt, you kind of got told to be quiet, is what this card is quite often about. So I think that, you know, these two cards definitely say that you've got a little bit of healing to do around relationships. Within, you know, when you have to sort of work on yourself and you have to do a bit of healing your emotions. And I know that you are good in a relationship, definitely. So yeah, I think this is a new person coming towards you who's actually going to be right for you. I just feel in previous times you've not necessarily found the person that's right for you, and Spirit is telling me that's because you had to have some difficult experiences because of what you learned from them. So we usually don't learn very much from the easy things, we learn from the difficult things. So I think that, yes, this is a new person coming in. You're working through stuff now. You may not realize it, but you're actually doing some kind of, this is about cleansing old emotions and getting rid of all that kind of stuff, that baggage that takes up space. I do see that you're having to be kind of quite strong at the moment. You know, this card is always about when we have to have a bit of courage and strength, and you know, it's a bit like being a soldier, I guess. You kind of get through things, but always remember you're stronger than you think. And yeah, I would say for you, Jakari, just let yourself settle in, get your routine organised, get yourself sorted out, and then deal with the job, and the new relationship will come in. Hi, Soul Explorer. How are you? That's nice of you to join us. Don't worry about being late. I'm usually late. I was actually on time today, which is unusual. Okay. So, yeah, do let me know if you've got a question. Yeah, there you go, Jakari. That's your new relationship coming in. So you've got the Ace of Cups and your Page of Cups, which is a new person coming into your life. I don't know where you live, Jakari, but I feel like you are somewhere where there are lots of, I don't know, are there lots of swimming pools? I know that sounds strange, but like houses with swimming pools, like, I don't know, Florida or somewhere like that. I don't know. I feel like by next spring, you will have really kind of found your feet. I feel like you would have found your feet and you'll be okay. I know you're a bit tired at the moment. Oh, lots of lakes. Oh, lovely. I've never been to Tennessee. I bet it's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, that's what I was seeing. I was just asking because obviously there's a pool in this image, but I was just seeing you swimming either in a pool or some kind of water with somebody who's this new relationship, and that's kind of confirmed for me with this Ace of Cups. Anyway, I hope that helps you, and have a lovely evening. Soul Explorer, if you've got a question, let me know. Guys, obviously, if you want to book a reading, or you can buy these cards, and you just need to go to brightfuturetarot.com. Ah, that's interesting. You know, Jakari, I feel like you have a party coming up. And maybe this is where you're going to meet this person, or it's either a wedding or a party or some kind of get together, and I think that's where you're going to meet this person, and you're going to have like an instant kind of attraction with them. Oh, bless you, thank you. Okay, Soul Explorer, you want general guidance? Let me have a look then. Let me have a look for you. We've got some new people this evening. That's very nice. Not many of you. I'm going to try and do these lives more regularly, because I sort of put them off and I think, oh, I'm not sure I want to do that, and then I do it and I really enjoy it. So it's nice to chat with people. Soul Explorer, I'm going to take some cards for you for your general guidance. Let me see. Marks on there. Let me see. Oh, lovely. Oh, thank you, Michelle. You are amazing too. I loved your review, actually. It was really from the heart. Okay, thank you for doing that. I must take a lot of time. So, for you, Soul Explorer, or whatever your real name is, I feel that you are obviously really pushing forward. So the Chariot, you've got this Chariot card, which is about success and action. So when you get the Chariot, it's a really beautiful, beautiful card, because it basically means that you're charging forward. You've got very clear goals, but it has a deeper meaning, which is that you are on the right path in life. So often people waste time doing things that are what they think they ought to do, or trying to be someone they're not to please whoever, their parents or whatever. And this card says that you have a very clear idea of what you want and who you are. I also feel that perhaps this has got something to do with hospitality. I don't know if you're thinking of kind of opening a business. That has something to do with, I'm seeing like a large group of people. Or if you already like that, I'm almost thinking like a bar, a restaurant, cafe, something like that. Festivals as well comes to mind. But for your general guidance, I would say that keep the faith and keep your strength, because things are going to start going in the right direction again. I just feel like there's been a pause, which is more to do with COVID and delays than anything else. And I'm also seeing that you do need to have some time out, some quiet time. I just feel that maybe, although you're going in the right direction right now, sort of the next few days or whatever, it's not the right time to really push things forward too much, because you're feeling maybe a bit fragile. Can you be a bit more specific about what you want to know, Soul Explorer? Is it a relationship or something else that you want to ask about? Let's see if I get a response. Yeah, I do feel there's some relationship issues going on here. So I think that there may be a bit of tension in a relationship at the moment. Certainly there may be a feeling of things have got a bit tricky and not necessarily sure how to work it out. Not to let others project their stuff on me. Right. Okay. Yeah, so I feel that you have worked hard on yourself, Soul Explorer, and you know that the kind of everything's in your hands, really. You understand that the law of attraction is at work. My feeling is that you kind of, yes, I can see that someone's hurt your feelings. I also feel that maybe sometimes you're quite a gentle person. So if you're around people who are very aggressive or not very sensitive, you know, they're not really perceptive and they don't understand other people who are very sensitive, then you can attract this kind of slightly overbearing sort of character who's a bit too full of themselves. And I can see that you're kind of almost holding on to your words at the moment, like you're not saying how you really feel. Because you know it would just cause more problems. I just feel like you need to transcend. You need to do exactly what you're saying and not let people bother you and kind of transcend. So rather than getting involved in it, because it's just all of their stuff, it's not your stuff, it's their stuff. What is it? There's like an exercise you can do psychically, I was told about, where you can say, for example, I did a reading for somebody recently, and this woman, she had a sister, and her and her sister didn't get on. And her dad came through, and he was in spirit, and he told her to imagine that she was wearing like a special hat so that she didn't absorb their kind of negative thoughts. That sounds really mad, but you know, she was an empath herself, so she would pick up a lot of the negativity from other people because she would just absorb it, because she's an empath. She's got, you know, ESP. So if you're like that, yes, do protection. Or imagine that you've got, you know, ask your spirit guides to put protection around you. Hi, Lordine. And they will help you with that. But my suggestion is that you've kind of got it exactly right, which is just don't engage with this individual or these people. I just feel with you as well, just generally, Soul Explorer, that for some reason I was seeing earlier on like a group of people, and for some reason I feel that it's almost like you need to find your tribe. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes you are, say, at a job or you're at college or something, and you know, it's good because you have to mix with a lot of different people that you wouldn't normally mix with. But I feel in some ways it's like you are mixing with or having to spend time with people that they're not necessarily your cup of tea, and they just, yeah, put a shield around yourself. But yeah, I just feel like you need to find your tribe, your people. So I don't know if that's something you can look into. I don't know what you'd be interested in. But yeah, it feels to me like you need to give yourself some. You need to give yourself some love at the moment. Do some self. This is exactly what we're talking about. This is the protection. So where you put this kind of almost like this pink bubble around yourself of protection, and nothing can get into it. It's like a shield. And then you're going to go and sort of spend some time in this little quiet place by yourself so you can recover from, so, you know, so clearly someone's hurt your feelings, so you wouldn't have this card. This card is, you know, it's like when, it's like, ouch, somebody's hurt you, and it's temporary, you get over it, obviously, and you know it's silly to get upset about it, but we feel how we feel, don't we? So yeah, give yourself lots of love and put some protection around yourself. Ask your guides, angels, whatever you believe in. And they will come and help you with that. But yes, I just think that these people, I don't know if they're worth bothering with, some of them. I'm just not sure if they're worth bothering with, because sometimes, you know, some people are just not very nice, or if you're a nice person, it's hard to imagine that people aren't nice, but some people aren't. So yeah. And yeah, that's what I would say for you. Hi, Lordine. Let me know if you have a question, and I will take some cards for you. Guys, if you want a reading, you can go to my website, which is brightfuturetarot.com. People have assumptions and preconceived ideas. Yes, exactly. Yes, this is all about reputation, and they don't know the truth. They don't see who you really are, you know. So just let them think whatever they want. You focus on you. And this card for you, Soul Explorer, just as your last card, I would say to you, this guy is very much about being very logical and detached and dispassionate. So in other words, you just almost kind of be quite ruthless, and you just think, does this person benefit me? Does this situation benefit me? And if it doesn't, don't get involved. So in other words, be maybe less try to sort of find ways to like think, how can I care less about these people or this person? Yeah, exactly. They don't know you. Okay, I hope that helps you, and remember to just protect yourself and give yourself some love and compassion. Lordine, I'd like to know what's next in love for me, please. I have a choice to make between a Virgo and Capricorn and I'm not sure what to do. Okay, let me have a look for you. And we'll see. Oh, that's interesting. Straight away, you've got a King card there. Ah, yeah. King of Swords, yes, exactly. That's the thing about astrology. It's great because it helps you to understand that you have like these different parts of yourself. So you can have an Aquarius sun, and Aquarius is the least, supposedly, because I'm not an Aquarius, I don't have Aquarius, I don't know, but supposedly it's the least emotional of all the signs. So you can use that aspect of your chart and that aspect of yourself and say, right, I'm just going to be cold about this and I'm not going to care about it. So, Lordine, coming back to you. Gosh, that sounds tricky. So I would say, yes, it is a difficult choice because I see you're trying to choose between basically the one you find the hottest and the most attractive, he's the most exciting, and the one who's kind of a bit safe and a bit boring. I can't make that choice for you, but I think you're going to go for whoever has the best prospects in the future, because I think you're quite a forward-thinking type of girl, Lordine, woman, sorry, and I think you're going to go for the sexy option. I feel like you might be going for the Capricorn, to be honest, Lordine. Oh, you're very welcome, Soul Explorer. You're very welcome. So, yes, Lordine, I think that you're going to go for the one that is the most successful, if you like. Whoever's kind of got stuff going on financially, or they've got plans in life, they're going, you know, you can kind of see that there's somebody who's going somewhere, they've got a plan. Interesting cards about him. I think he's a bit of a bad boy in some ways. He's certainly a lot more interesting than the other one. I don't know which one is which. I think it might be the Virgo, actually, that I'm talking about. So yeah, that's what I see for you, Lordine. Certainly, I think you're going to have a lot of fun. That's what I would say. You'll definitely enjoy yourself and have a lot of fun. I do see travel for you as well in this relationship when it kind of happens. Yeah, I do see quite a lot of travel for you with this guy. I do think you're going to be going places, definitely to other countries, like long haul. And I see you going to some quite big cities as well. So cities in the US, I can see, and Canada. Yeah, I think he's got quite big plans, this chap. So I hope that helps you, Lordine. I don't know if you're still there. That is my ex, hard choice, but I feel like he's done with me forever, even though we're still married. Someone new to visit with a move, you're good. Ah, okay. Thank you. So yeah. Yeah, it is a kind of practical choice. Do you want me to have a look and see if there's someone else coming up? Because you've got a lot of people here. Yeah, so I think the Capricorn is the one to go for, but you know, it will certainly kind of open up your life. I think it's like you're going to have a much more opportunities and so on. But I'm not sure the Capricorn is always somebody that you feel completely comfortable with, or you're not sure if you can tell them how you feel necessarily. For you, I would say this is your advice card, Lordine. Your advice is to make sure that the relationship is fair. So this card is all about balance. So you get 6 of Pentacles. So it's if you imagine like a weighing scale, so you've got 3 Pentacles in one side, 3 in the other. So that means that you share everything, you share the responsibilities. So you've got kids, you equally share everything, and that the relationship is fair. So if you're going to go into this thing, you from the beginning set your kind of standards, and you say, no, I'm not going to do this, or I'm not going to do that, or I expect you to help me with things. So you got, instead of kind of holding back and not saying what you feel, you stand up for yourself and you say what you really want, essentially. And I think if you do that with this guy, you'll be all right. I think it will work out. Yeah, it's got long-term potential. The only thing I would say about him is always ask yourself, is this fun? Am I enjoying it? Does it make it, do I have fun with this person? Because sometimes I get a feeling like, yes, he drains you a little bit, which is what I mean, where you've got to make sure you've got that fairness, that equality between you, whether it's financial, whatever it is. Just make sure you have that fairness and stand up for yourself, because you can do it, you absolutely can. Yeah, nice home, good home life between you. So you've got a nice couple there, maybe setting up their home. So I think that will work really well. And yeah, that for me is the X. I think the X, like you say, you should just trust your own instincts. I think the X is kind of, that's done. Even if you still have feelings, it doesn't necessarily mean you should go back, does it? Sometimes things they're just over and they've run out of road, and that's what I feel with him. But I think you guys can actually be really good friends. You can be a good friend to your ex, and he does care. I do feel he does care about you, genuinely, but maybe as a friend. So I'm going to, let me see. I don't think there's anybody else here today, but I will be back next weekend because I really enjoyed that, and thank you all for joining me. So there's not many people here, but we'll build it up. And remember, you can always come back and ask anytime. Wants to tell me, what is it? Okay, so I'm going to give you, bless you, I'm going to give you a card for that, and then I'm going to call it a day. So I think that this is your card, Sarah Fury. I think that he would want to tell you that even if you don't want to be in a relationship with him, which I think you do, but he's not sure. He's not sure what you want. He doesn't know whether you just want to be friends or you want to have something more than friendship. And that's what he wants to know. There you go. So that's what I would say for you. Hi, Lorna. Hello, thank you for joining us. Let me know if you've got a question, because I'm only going to be for a little bit here for a bit longer. So I could do a quick question for you. That's okay. Yeah, Lorna, if you've got a question, do let me know. Otherwise, I will be back next weekend. Yes, you can have a general reading. Okay. Let me see. Lorna. Okay, so I think, so looking at this, Lorna, I think that you might be feeling some tension at the moment. I feel like there's, with these two cards, maybe been a little bit of a hurt in a relationship, or something's kind of gone awry a little bit. I don't know if this is with one of your kids, or possibly somebody overseas, but I think that there's a kind of a bit of a question mark over someone else's feelings towards you. That's what I'm seeing. And I feel like you just need to have a little bit of time out from this relationship, and you need to kind of just stop thinking about it for a while. I can see this is somebody who's very important to you, someone you've known for a very long time. And I think, yeah, you just need to have a little bit of a break from them, or just from the situation, really. I almost feel like there's been an argument, and you both need a bit of space. Maybe your kids, okay. Yeah, so that's what it will be. So you have a really good friendship with your kids. You do worry about them and what they get up to. And obviously, sometimes it would be nice if they were a bit more loving and affectionate, but they're growing up. And I think, yeah, you have a lot of question marks over their future, but I really see that you have a really good friendship with them. And I do feel that they will make good choices. Okay. So, so they don't always... Yeah, so there's a lot of tension. That's what I'm seeing. It's almost like, you kind of just want to have it out with them and say what's really going on or what are you feeling, because it's like you can't reach them, they're probably teenagers and you worry about what they get up to. But I want to say with this card, I really would say that they're very practical and that things are going to work out for them. There's also really high intelligence with this card. I do feel one of them is going to travel for study, possibly go overseas or go to another country for some kind of workplace or work-based training, if you like. And I just feel the other one is a bit more sporty, less academic. And they will have a bit more of a gung-ho approach to life. But they'll both be okay. I don't see any major issues. Yeah, so look, we've got the 2 and the 3 of swords. So this is when you almost need to have it out with somebody and have an argument, because it just clears the air, And I think that you're all kind of living together in the same space. It's kind of quite close quarters. I just think you'll be fine. You just all need a bit of space from each other. For you, Lorna, your son wants to be a footballer. Oh, well, let's hope he's... Oh, great. So I see that he's following his path there with that, and I do think he's got real potential to do something with that. It would be a good idea for him to pursue that, really. Yeah, I think your son, is more focused on relationships and people and sort of being creative. But I feel for you, Lorna, you need something for yourself. That's what I really feel. Like you just need something for yourself. Whether you have it's like you need to make a little kind of space for yourself at home. That's just for you. That's what I'm feeling. Yeah, you need to have some space for yourself, because everything in your life is about focusing on other people. And you need to have some fun as well, Lorna. You really need to have some fun. That's what I'm seeing. You have, apparently, Lorna, I'm being told that you have this ability as well. So what I'm doing now, you're a psychic as well. So you've got this ability, is what Spirit is telling me. And you're so much in your head. You're so stuck in your head at the moment. You need to do something to get out of your head and be in your body, or just be I don't know what that is to use. For some people, it's like doing something creative, some crafting, or I don't know, singing, going for a walk. You want to move house. Yeah, I don't see that right now. I think that will happen. I don't think you're supposed to move at the moment, even though I see that there are issues with the house. Certain things that just don't quite work. Is it quite an old house? Some things that need sort of doing up. Okay, so yeah, I see a new house for you, and let me just see when that's going to happen. I think it's a little while away. 1.5 years, that's what I get. So I feel like you'll be able to move in December next year, sort of towards the end of next year. That's what I'm seeing for you. Jenny, yeah, I don't have a donation thing. I need to set that up, but you can just ask a question for today if you want. If you want a full reading, you just need to go to this website. I'll put it in the chat so you can see what the address is. and it's £30 for half an hour. There you go. That's going to get pinned to the top. Okay. So yeah, if you want a reading, you need to go. You just wanted to know about your love life. Okay, do that. Let's take some cards for you. You wanted to move this year. Well, I could be wrong. Jenny. Oh, very nice. So I think, Jenny, that you're thinking about either pursuing an old relationship or somebody from your past. And it's almost like I feel like you're thinking about what went wrong or what, trying to learn, trying to understand what happened. Not so much on a feeling level, but more on a logical level. And I feel that in other ways, there are sort of bigger things happening in your life where you're doing much more kind of practical stuff. So this would be about wiping the slate clean and moving forward. I think the old relationship didn't work because he wasn't the right person for you, and you are going through a learning phase where this is all about learning to value yourself. That's the Ace of Coins. The Ace of Pentacles is all about having not just a logical sense of like I'm worth something, but you feel it. You feel like you're worth something, which is totally different. And then the Six of Coins, which we have here, is all about balance in relationships. So it's having equality in relationships. So in other words, you share everything, everything's equal. Now these two cards, the Seven and Eight of Swords, speaks to me about maybe having a little bit of kind of emotional baggage that you need to work through. Let me see. Sometimes I feel, Jenny, that you feel like you have to please other people. There's a sort of an element of like you have to change yourself to be what somebody else wants. And I think this is what you're learning about at the moment, is you're learning how to stop kind of doing that, being a people pleaser, and you're learning to value yourself. And as you do that, oh, there we go, that's the marriage card. So I would just say, hang on in there, you're doing great, and you will end up getting married because of all the learning that you're doing now. So even if it seems hard sometimes, or you can't work it out, because I see that you try and use your mind, you're very intelligent, so you try and use logic to understand things. Whereas, say, I don't know, a water sign might be more kind of feeling through things, you will think through things. And I also see this as very much learning how to deal with the practicalities of life as well. I don't know if you're dealing with kind of paperwork or you deal with that in your day-to-day life in some way, but I do see a long-term relationship coming up for you because of all the work that you're doing right now. And there he is. That's your, well, it doesn't necessarily have to look like that, a surfer, but that is the soulmate. So if you read the card, it says soulmate, karmic meeting, and marriage commitment. So if he's not around already yet, he will be turning up for definite. And it is karmic. So you've got karmic meeting and karma. So someone you're destined to meet. You couldn't really have better cards for that. And then you've got your King of Wands there. So I hope that helps you. And I will be back next week. And oh, you in Aries, Jenny. You've got a little Aries symbol. I also feel that you... yeah, I do feel with you, Jenny, you're going through quite an intense learning phase about relationships, which is always the most difficult thing. And yeah, I do see you moving in with this guy. I think you'll go, if you don't know him already, if he's not around already, I feel he is actually. Oh my God, that's a lot of Aries. That's good. There's a lot of Aries. Yeah, focus on yourself. Keep doing what you're doing. Get your practical plans in place. This lady, she's the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight always has a plan. to get from A to B or A to Z. So they know exactly where they're going. So I just feel like, you know, you're moving out of this kind of quite dark place where you've got a lot of kind of stuff that you're holding onto emotionally, and you're gradually going to work that out and, you know, meet this nice new person. So yeah, you've got a good plan and you've got a good relationship coming up. And I do feel that when you meet him, so obviously the King of Wands represents the fire signs, so that's good if you're a fire sign, so it means you're going to get somebody who's a good match, you know. I do feel that the relationship, once you meet him, I just think it will happen quite quickly. It will take off quite quickly, and I do think you'll move in together quite quickly. So I don't know if where you live right now is not, I'm not sure if it's completely right for you where you are right now. So I think, yeah, you'll be setting up home together, which is what I'm seeing there. And you will be buying a house together as well. Let me see. Is it very hilly where you are? I don't know why, but I feel like there's a lot of hills where you are. Maybe. I think that you might be buying an apartment together that's like in an old building. You know, when you get like old buildings that are split up and they like split them up into apartments. Okay, you're in the city. Interesting. Well, I think that, you know, you might be able to afford more than you expect. Whether or not you've got somewhere now, I do feel like you'll be buying a place together, and that is the moving house card. I feel like you need to move to somewhere quieter as well. Where you are right now, it's very noisy. I know you said you're in the city, but I do feel like you need to go. You will be going somewhere that's not so central. It's going to be a lot quieter. But yeah, those are beautiful cards, Jenny. I think you've, if this is a hand of poker, you would have won the game, definitely. It's lovely. So that's babies and children, and that's new love. So yeah, very good. Right, I'm going to go now, and I think there's no one else here anyway. So I will be back next weekend. And I hopefully will see you then, but you can join me whenever. If you like the channel and you sort of subscribe, I think you have to subscribe and then you tick the little notification bell. You will get notified every time I do a live. I'm not always going to plan them. Sometimes I schedule them a few days ahead. Sometimes I'll just be here, but either way, if you subscribe and tick the little bell, you will get a notification on your phone and you can come and get a message. Ah, thank you very much, Soul Explorer. Oh, you're in France. Oh, how lovely. I'm really obsessed with French things at the moment. Okay, I'm going to go now and I will see you again soon. Thanks for joining me, guys. Bye.